Thank you. Good morning. And this morning marks the culmination of a contest that has shown the very best of our party, our values, our ideas, our people and our organisation. A party that is fundamentally strong and united in its common purpose, to deliver for prosperity, opportunity, fairness and security for everyone in our United Kingdom. I've been hugely proud as chairman of everyone in our party throughout this election. The voluntary, the parliamentary and professional party working together to deliver a fair and an efficient election. We've held hustings in 16 towns and cities right across the United Kingdom, in every region and in every nation. Our candidates have covered some 3,000 miles, taken over 400 questions and answered hours and hours worth of questions in interviews, culminating in that fantastic event at the Excel just last Wednesday. And we have welcomed thousands of our party members and friends and family to hear directly from our candidates. And in a first for a political party, we held an online live hustings open to everyone in our country and indeed beyond. I want to pay tribute to the team at CCHQ in particular for running both the membership ballot and these fantastic hustings. And I also want to thank my parliamentary colleagues for their support through that process. In particular, the members of the 1922 committee, brilliantly led by Charles Walker and Dame Cheryl Gillan, who have been the returning officers throughout this process and have given us such an efficient, professional and effective start and run through this process. And to all of the members of the Conservative Party, thank you. Those members, our friends, our family and our colleagues have undertaken a solemn duty in choosing our next leader, who will be this country's next Prime Minister. They have engaged constructively, thoughtfully and positively in the process. A chance to choose our leader is a privilege, and I believe our party has risen to that task. And finally, I want to take this opportunity to say a thank you to our current Prime Minister, Theresa May, for her leadership of our party and our country over the last 3 years, something that was never going to be an easy task. And it is now paramount that we come together, that we unite as a party for our country, to deliver in the national interest, to get behind our new leader and our next Prime Minister, to deliver on the result of the referendum and to deliver for the whole of the United Kingdom. And we are a party that does that best when we are united. And that's a party that will be led by one of our two fantastic candidates that we have seen out on the roads over the last few weeks. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Jeremy Hunt and Boris Johnson. And ladies and gentlemen, to announce the results of the leadership election, please welcome our returning officers, Dame Cheryl Gillan and Charles Walker.
Well, thank you, Brandon. Can I thank you and your team at Conservative Central Office for doing a fantastic job. It's been a team effort and shown the Conservative family at its best. And if I could make one plea as a backbencher, can we be kinder to the next Prime Minister than we've been to the current Prime Minister? So without further delay, I'm going to hand you over to the wonderful co-chair of the 1922 committee, Dame Cheryl.
Thank you very much, Charles. On the 24th of May, the Prime Minister, the Right Honourable Theresa May, announced that she would be standing down as leader of our party on the 7th of June. And over the past 46 days, the 1922 committee organised 5 ballots of members of Parliament and then worked with the party chairman and the electoral reform services to present the final 2 candidates, so all qualifying members of the Conservative and Unionist Party could vote for our new leader. I want to echo Charles's thanks to Brandon, and in particular to the party board and the party staff for all their sterling work on the hustings, and also the ERS, who have conducted a very professional operation, collecting and counting the votes from home and abroad. And also the 1922 executive, especially my co-chairman, Charles Walker, with whom it has been a pleasure to work, and at least we have brought equality to the top of the 1922 committee. Gender balance is important. And the officers of the 1922 committee, Sir Geoffrey Clifton Brown, Bob Blackman and Nigel Evans, all together here today, and our own parliamentary staff who have given up their spare time to help conduct what I believe has been a very successful election. Finally, I would like to thank all those party members who voted and those who stood in the election, and particularly my colleagues Jeremy Hunt and Boris Johnson, who, despite the challenges of a contest, run in the glare of press comment and public scrutiny, I believe have emerged as worthy candidates for the position of leader of our party. Now, I think you've all been waiting long enough, but in the honoured tradition, I'm going to ask my beautiful assistant to hand me the envelope for the announcement. It's called teamwork. I, Dame Cheryl Gillan, the Joint Returning Officer for the Conservative and Unionist Party leadership election, declare that the total number of eligible electors was 159,320. The turnout in the election was 87.4%. The total number of ballot papers rejected was 509. And the total number of votes given to each candidate was as follows. Jeremy Hunt, 46,656. Boris Johnson, 92,153. And therefore I give notice that Boris Johnson is elected as the leader of the Conservative and Unionist Party.
Well, thank you very much. Good morning, everybody. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Cheryl. Thank you, everybody. Good morning. Okay, right. Thank you so much. Thank you, Cheryl. Thank you, Charles. Thank you very much, Brandon, for a fantastically well-organised campaign. I think it did a lot of credit, as Brandon has just said, to our party, to our values, and to our ideals. But I want to begin by thanking my opponent, Jeremy, by common consent, an absolutely formidable campaigner and a great leader and a great politician. Jeremy, in the course of 20 hustings, 20 hustings or husting-style events, it was more than 3,000 miles, by the way, it was about 7,000 miles that we did crisscrossing the country. You've been friendly, you've been good-natured, you've been a font of excellent ideas, all of which I propose to steal forthwith. And above all, I want to thank our outgoing leader, Theresa May, for her extraordinary service to this party and to this country. It was a privilege. It was a privilege to serve in her cabinet and to see the passion and determination that she brought to the many causes that are her legacy, from equal pay for men and women to tackling the problems of mental health and racial discrimination in the criminal justice system. Thank you, Theresa. Thank you. And I want to thank all of you here today, and obviously everybody in the Conservative Party, for your hard work, for your campaigning, for your public spirit, and obviously for the extraordinary honour and privilege that you have just conferred on me. And I know that there will be people around the place who will question the wisdom of your decision. And there may even be some people here who still wonder quite what they have done. And I would just point out to you that, of course, no one party, no one person has a monopoly of wisdom. But if you look at the history of the last 200 years of this party's existence, you will see that it is we Conservatives who have had the best insights, I think, into human nature, and in the best insights into how to manage the jostling sets of instincts in the human heart. And time and again, it is to us that the people of this country have turned to get that balance right between the instincts to own your own house, your own home, to earn and spend your own money, to look after your own family, good instincts, proper instincts, noble instincts, and the equally noble instinct to share and to give everyone a fair chance in life, and to look after the poorest and the neediest, and to build a great society. And on the whole, in the last 200 years, it is we Conservatives who have understood best how to encourage those instincts to work together in harmony to promote the good of the whole country. And today, at this pivotal moment in our history, we again have to reconcile two sets of instincts, two noble sets of instincts, between the deep desire for friendship and free trade and mutual support in security and defence between Britain and our European partners, and the simultaneous desire, equally deep and heartfelt, for democratic self-government in this country. And of course, there are some people who say that they're irreconcilable, and it just can't be done. And indeed, I read in my Financial Times this morning, devoted reader that I am. Seriously, it's a great British brand. I read in my Financial Times this morning that no incoming leader has ever faced such a daunting set of circumstances, it said. Well, I look at you this morning and I ask myself, do you look daunted? Do you feel daunted? I don't think you look remotely daunted to me. And I think that we know that we can do it, and that the people of this country are trusting in us to do it, and we know that we will do it. And we know the mantra of the campaign that has just gone by. In case you've forgotten it, you probably have. It is deliver Brexit, unite the country, and defeat Jeremy Corbyn. And that is what we're going to do. We're going to defeat Jeremy Corbyn. And I know some wag has already pointed out that deliver, unite, and defeat was not the perfect acronym for an election campaign, since unfortunately it spells dud. But they forgot the final E, my friends. E for energize. And I say to all the doubters, dude, we are going to energize the country. We're going to get Brexit done on October the 31st. We're going to take advantage of all the opportunities that it will bring in a new spirit of can-do. And we are once again going to believe in ourselves and what we can achieve. And like some slumbering giant, we are going to rise and ping off the guy ropes of self-doubt and negativity with better education, better infrastructure, more police, fantastic full-fibre broadband sprouting in every household. We are going to unite this amazing country, and we are going to take it forward. I thank you all very much for the incredible honour that you have just done me. I will work flat out from now on with my team that I will build, I hope, in the next few days to repay your confidence. But in the meantime, the campaign is over and the work begins. Thank you all very much.